This is called the life of the mind, reason, and thought. No question is so difficult to answer as that to which the answer is obvious. The struggle for existence holds as much in the intellectual as in the physical world. A theory is a species of thinking, and its right to exist is coextensive with its power of resisting extinction by its rivals. Eternity is in love with the productions of time. While we talk logic, we are unanswerable, but then, on the other hand, the universal living scene of things is after all as little a logical world as it is a poetical, and as it cannot without violence be exalted into poetical perfection, neither can it attenuated into a logical formula. A gloss on Descartes. Sometimes I think, and sometimes I am. What is now proved was only once imagined. If the cultivation of the understanding consists in one thing more than in another, it is surely in learning the grounds of one's own opinions. The man who sees the consistency in things is a wit. The man who sees the inconsistency in things is a humorist. Analysis makes for unity, but not necessarily for goodness. The natural flights of the human mind are not from pleasure to pleasure, but from hope to hope. On proportion, the classic whole depends. That whole has a place for the romantic beginning. It puts the romantic into its place certainly, and firmly keeps it there, but the anti-classic has no place for any image at all, either of the beginning or of the end, only for a makeshift. The value of a principle is the number of things it will explain. Principles always become a matter of vehement discussion when practice is at ebb. The man who listens to reason is lost. Reason enslaves all whose minds are not strong enough to master her. In an unreasonable age, a man's reason let loose would undo him. Synthetical reasoning, setting up as its goal some unattainable abstraction like an imaginary quantity in algebra, and commencing its course with taking for granted some two assertions which cannot be proved. From the union of these two assumed truths produces a third assumption, and so on in an infinite series, to the unspeakable benefit of the human intellect. The beauty of this process is that at every step it strikes out into two branches in a compound ratio of ramification, so that you are perfectly sure of losing your way and keeping your mind in perfect health by the perpetual exercise of an interminable quest. Peacock. By the perpetual exercise of an interminable quest. Okay, that's called The Life of the Mind, Reason, and Thought. Those are aphorisms. I left out all the names of the person that the